Alright, CSS battle time. We have a grid. Alright, I kind of see two straightforward options here. So we can do either a linear gradient, right? It's one's this way, and then an upper element where we invert the colors. And then the other way is a conic gradient that repeats. And I think what I'll do is, yeah, I'll do that conic gradient. If I do it here or here, got to figure out where I want my center point to be, you know, for the conic gradient. But I'll do a repeating conic gradient. Let's just select that. We're going to select one element because we'll put a border on it to shrink it down. I think that's all we'll need. But a repeating conic gradient so that it's sized to just be this grid, right? So that it'll tile in and fill in everything how we so desire. Okay, so repeating, repeating, conic. Gotta spell it right. We gotta, I see why I'm having trouble here. Let's put it in the background, right? There we go. Everything looked good here. Let's just start with our first color. Honestly, actually, I think I might be able to start it, you know, just do it here and have everything repeat the same. No, I can't because this here, no, it doesn't matter. All right. Either way, I'm going to have two color stops. Let's actually start with the dark one first. And we're going to go to 25%, right? That's a quarter turn. And then we're going to do this color. And we're going to hit 0. And since it's a repeating gradient, we have to give it its ending color stop. And that should do... Oh, I have to give this one a first. 0 to 25%. That's it. You have to give both color hints on the repeating one or else it just doesn't show up. And that messed me up for a very long time. Let's get our border in. And what do we think? 30 pixels? Oh, you know what? Actually, we can do this. 40. Learn that trick. You know, you pick up little techniques and things that make life easier. Solid and this. Okay. Now to size and position our gradient. So we're going to do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to size it to be just this block right here. And so that will be, I started with the dark color, so it's going to be this whole block across. 260 to 40 is 220. 220 pixels. I don't know if that's left and right first or top and bottom. See, we're already getting our grid, and it's ending right where we want it to. So perfect. Okay, 220, and then we don't get up and down. But now let's just say 80 pixels. There we go. We're almost there. Let's go more. 100. Okay. 20. Oh, actually, I was probably too big. No. I need to change the center point. That's my real problem. Okay, so the first one, okay, 120. So this won't be right. I just want to get this bottom edge in the right spot. And that is really going to be hard to do. Okay, I want it to be right up there. Huh, and this repeating gradient seems like it's starting up in this quadrant rather than this quadrant like I expected. Let's drop it back to 80. Might be 90. Yeah, it looks like 90 is what we need. And then we'll we'll position the center point of the gradient down. I think it's going to be 0 and 50 pixels. 60? Okay. 20. Okay. You know, I said I needed more practice with gradients. Okay, we do need it to be bigger. No, we don't. We just need this to be more like 70, 80. Okay. You know, it's just going to keep marching down as I do these, you know. So, oh, of course. The center point is still, I think what's happening is I need to use the at syntax for this. So let's go at 80 pixels by 50 pixels. I don't know. That's just a wild number I'm throwing in there. Okay, there we are. Okay, now we should be able to run this up. This should be 100. Get that left and right going. Perfect. Now let's run this down. It's going to be 80. Hey, there we go. 70 maybe. Okay. I think we just need to shift everything down as far as size by a smidge. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we need to shift everything down by like 20 pixels. Is this it? Okay. Interesting. We're almost there. Almost there. We're just off by one line in the middle. Are these not consistent heights? They look consistent. So it's the second one that's not tiling, right? So if I do 70, is that better? But now the top one's not right. So what if we do 80 and we did this at 60? Nope, 80. Boy, why am I struggling with this? Okay. Top one's not right. Change that to 80. That down, but our sizing isn't right for it. So yeah, we need this to be 80. 70. No, it needs to be at 70, and then this needs to be 100. Okay, I think actually we are closer here. Okay, okay, I'm okay with this. I feel like it's still progress. So that second gradient needs to be smaller. That second loop around, see, like this one's too tall. It's not tiling in time. So that tells me this is too much. Right? Which means this needs to be at 80. And if this is at 60, no, let's leave that at 80. And let's actually change this to 60. I think that's actually what I need. There we go. Okay. So can I make sense of this? This is describing this is background position, and then this has to do with the gradient center point. So it's the center point of, man, I didn't look it up. I didn't read the docs like I wanted to. But let's hit submit, see where we're at. We can do it with a single gradient. I probably should chase smaller units. Like this could probably be 100 pixels. Like I could probably change that to VW. Most of these could probably be changed to VW. or viewport height and viewport width. Like they break down evenly into these. So I think this one's going to be 25 VW. Yep. Okay. So that means this one also is going to be 20 VH. Are we still good? We're still good. That's right, because we have the 400 by 300 pixels, right? So as long as we keep our stuff in the right area, we should be able to divide that way. I think I'll actually change this to Q though, because the 80, is the 80 gonna go into, is that vertical? Does 80 go into 300 evenly? It does not, so let's do Q. Let's just see if we can get 485. Ooh, it's not. Let's see what that does to it. I don't think we're gonna get 100% with that, so I might have to just go back to pixels. I don't have the plugin. Yeah, I'm not chasing that for one thing. Okay, 220. That should divide into 400 evenly. So it's 50, and then 20 into 200 is 10. So it should be 60 V, or let's just try that 60 VW. Nope. Okay, 55. That's it. And okay, so we saved a few characters there. All right. I'm looking for any other gaps, holes, edges that we can remove. I don't see anything, so let's minify. Actually, we can... Nope, we can't. We can't take any more off because, yeah. Cool, 127. I like it. I do think, like, these this position and then this position, like, if I feel like I'm still missing something, so I still have more to learn. I said that last time, I'm saying it again. I do feel like I'm doing something wrong where I'm using both of these. But I'll leave it. I'm happy. All right, have a good night. Bye.